students. Today we are going to have some fun with genetics. We have a lab activity we're going to be completing today, and that activity is in your book on page 70. So if you'll open your books now to page 70, we'll be able to get started with this lab activity dealing with genetics. So before we begin, let me read the problem to you, and we can discuss and complete a hypothesis before I get the tribbles out. The problem of today's lab is this. Is it possible to have similar phenotypes, with a PH, phenotypes, produced by different genotypes, with a GE? Is it possible to have similar phenotypes produced by different genotypes? In other words, let me just explain this question to you. In other words, the question is asking you, is it possible to have organisms, offspring in particular, that have the same physical appearance on the outside, but different genotypes or genetic makeups on the inside? Is it possible to have siblings that look the same on the outside, but are different on the inside? That's what the question is basically asking you. Again, is it possible to have similar phenotypes, physical appearance, produced by different genotypes? Take a moment and write a hypothesis now. All right, it certainly helped in your understanding of the vocabulary words phenotype and genotype in order to come up with a hypothesis for your lab today. And hopefully you've come up with a good hypothesis. So now it's time for me to take out a couple of critters. Maybe you've heard of these before, maybe you have not. So perhaps I'll be introducing them to you for the very first time, but these organisms are called tribbles. And tribbles are, in my opinion, kind of cute, cuddly little critters that reproduce very, very quickly. In fact, they have a reproductive rate that will enable us to perform this lab activity within the course of this period. Because once you put a mama tribble and a papa tribble together, it does not take long at all, only a mere few minutes, in order to produce some baby tribbles. So let me introduce you to our main characters for today's lab. And as I do this, I just want to draw your attention to step one in the lab, in that a tribble can either have black fur or white fur. And if you notice by the genotypes there, the black fur, is it dominant or recessive? Very good. And that makes the white fur excellent. So I'm going to show you two tribbles here with a close-up view. And after I show you these tribbles, then you're going to have time to complete the various steps in the lab activity here today while I put the two tribbles together, and then we'll see what the resulting offspring look like. So at this time, let me stop talking and let me head over to the close-up view, and I'm going to show you our two tribbles, which will not remain two tribbles for long, if you know what I mean. All right, so here is our close-up lab, and I have a special container here that I need to get the tribbles out of. I've been taking good care of them, so no need to worry. I've been practicing humane procedures in keeping them well cared for and fed. So here is our first tribble. This is the tribble with the dominant trait. It is the Tribble with the black fur. Hold on, they're a little bit squirmy. Let me get it up on my lap and get it into the view of the camera here. Okay, so here is, oh, I know. They love crawling up to your neck because that's where it is warm, and they feel a little bit more secure with warmth. So I have them normally in a warm area. So let me try and put this Tribble down on the table here, and you can see what the Tribble looks like. It is this one, black and furry, very cute and cuddly, and it just wants to come back over to me. So I'm just going to hold on to it. So here is the black Tribble. Again, dominant characteristic. So let me put the black Tribble away. I don't know if you could hear that. It was making a little bit of a noise, kind of like dogs whine when they want attention. All right, and now, ooh, come on. This one's a little bit more shy. This is our white Tribble. Ooh, come on. No, shh. It's okay. All right, so here is the white Tribble. I know with my lab coat, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to see. There you go. So, all right, so here is the white Tribble, and I am now going to be putting the white Tribble and the black Tribble together, and we'll see what the result will be. Okay, so let me get these guys together in here. There you go. We'll give them a little bit of privacy. And let's come back over to our notes. I'd like you to now take some time to complete the steps and your observations for this lab activity. And at the end, once we've had opportunity to discuss, I'm going to show you some of the offspring. I wasn't able to bring the adults into the room, but I will be allowed to bring the offspring into the room with me. So I will show you the offspring. And then we'll discuss what their genotype is and what their phenotype is, and we'll talk all about it. But at this time, I'd like you to please complete your lab activity, including the questions underneath. So until we talk in person here in a moment, I'm simply going to say for now, bye-bye.